TLDR, are people late to Bitcoin?
Are people late? Yeah. So the unit bias thing, just looking at the total addressable market, however you circumscribe that, right? On the low end, you could say Bitcoin's competing for just money, right? So just the reservation demand for currency as it exists today, global M2, somewhere in the neighborhood of 120 trillion, maybe 140. I would say that's the low end for the total addressable market that Bitcoin is competing for. If someone thought that was too ambitious, they might say, oh no, it's only competing for gold. Okay, well, gold's 14 to 16 trillion market cap, right? So let's say on the extreme low end, 14 trillion, medium, midway, I'd say about 120 to 140 trillion. That's global M2. And then on the high end, you start considering the monetary premia that are in other asset classes like real estate, equities, bonds. And again, hard to ascertain what that is, but I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 to 250 trillion dollars. Okay. Again, all of this is sort of disregarding Bitcoin's unit bias because we're looking at it in terms of market cap rather than individual Bitcoin price in terms of dollars. Well, Bitcoin today is what? 1.5, 1.7?
1.25.
1.25 trillion. Okay, there you go. There's your upside, right? So if you think it's going to gold, well, 14 divided by 1.25. If you think it's going to global M2, 140 divided by 1.25. If you think it's going to 250 trillion, 250 divided by 1.25, that gives you the upside multiple that remains in Bitcoin. Obviously, there's a degree of subjectivity throughout. I also don't, as much as we talk about Bitcoin, as much as I am a Bitcoin advocate, I don't like to tell people you should buy Bitcoin because I actually don't believe that. I think you should study Bitcoin and you should study the nature of money and you should decide for yourself. Because if you don't understand what you own, then you're going to get shaken out of that position. Like, it's just not going to work for you. Trust me. Like, if you have things in your portfolio that you don't understand, at least somewhat, like the position sizing really should reflect your level of understanding. Otherwise, you're not going to be comfortable with it, right? Like if the price movements are giving you emotional perturbation, then you got a problem. Not just with Bitcoin, but any asset.